It might have to be.
That's pretty good there. That's
like that.
Oh, I can't.
I feel like that's getting dangerous now.
Just like that.
Oh, I just felt it. Yeah, I don't want to sneeze or anything.
Yeah,
like that
no, that's not safe. Hello, everybody, and welcome to. Can I do it this time? New at Sideshow Live. Got it on my first shot.
Nailed it.
It is Wednesday, June 23rd. And we are here to bring you all things sideshow and pop culture. So today is Wednesday, which means comic books, but we have a variety of other topics we're going to be covering. So we'll bring up the schedule and go over that with everybody. So first up, we're going to have Today at Sideshow, just showing you what's going on stream-wise, giveaways, things like that. Then we're going to move on to nowatsideshow.com, where we're going to show you what is on the product pages and what we're offering as our deal of the day. Followed by the collector community, which will showcase awesome collector photos from the various social media platforms that we're on. Then we're going to check in with the pop culture headlines from the blog and then bring you This Week in Comics. So I'm joined by these three wonderful individuals. Everyone like to introduce themselves?
Ladies first.
Yes, please.
Hi, it's Missy again, and I get to talk about different stuff today, so I'm actually pretty excited. Woo! Giveaways.
Who's this? Who's this guy?
This guy below
Who's this
me.
guy?
I'm Joe. Don't you recognize that from the smiley face? I'm Joe. I don't know exactly what I'm doing here today, but I'm here for the ride. No, I will have collector photos and I will have comic book news for everyone today.
And I'm Steph, and I'm here to talk about what's on the website, deals of the day, and of course, from the blog.
Oh, from the blog.
From the blog.
The ever ominous segment that we don't know how it got that way, but it refuses to change.
It got stuck. It's okay.
All right. So first up, why don't you, Missy, take us through what's happening today?
What's happening today is the Comics Haul, and that will be streaming at 4 p.m. Pacific time on our Facebook page, on our YouTube channel, and on our Electric Geek Sideshow Facebook group. Does that go anywhere else? Does it?
That's usually the...
That's just the... Okay.
Yep.
And that's all for today because, you know, we have to spread things out through the week. And who wants to take focus off comic books anyway?
Pretty important day for comics.
Right? It is
Wednesday.
a pretty important day.
It's Wednesday.
It is. And next up, we have some giveaways.
Now we need another exploding one for that.
We do, massive explosion with with something walking away from it.
Confetti everywhere.
Confetti.
Yes.
Yeah, try it again. You ready? Go ahead. Say
Giveaways.
That's the kind of high production value that everyone
works.
tunes in for.
Nailed it.
I agree. All right, first up, we have the Venom number 35, 200th issue anniversary fine art print by Marco I'm going to say this wrong. Mistrazzo?
Nailed it.
Is,
Mistrazzo?
I think
Yep.
Mistrazzo, right? And that will be running until Friday, which is June 25th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And that dude looks amazing to me. Anything that you throw purples and pinks into when there's something way out of a purple pink groove, just works for me.
I love the tendrils, all the details they put into that thing. I can't wait to see the full.
That's true. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you can find him at side.show/symbiosis. Very, very cool. Our next giveaway is the Vampirella fine art print by Sun. Oh, here's another one. Kaminaki?
Yep.
Yes.
Sure.
Well done.
2 for 2.
And yeah, sure. She's gorgeous.
Yeah.
First of all, it's vampire related, so I'm in right away. But I mean, if I could, get away with certain things, I would rock fashion. I just know I love the whole Vampirella style because I'm not going to use words I shouldn't use on camera, but she is a bad character. She's just awesome. You got to put the little, there's a word in there. And she is it. She is also running until Friday at 10 a.m. and she is at side.show/blood-drive. Love it.
Nice. Love it. Short-lit game.
Where every
Rob
vampire
earning
should
his
be
keep.
is at the blood drive. That way they can just steal a bag or two and not have to bite anyone. I think it works.
I feel like that was a plot of a movie once.
If it wasn't, write it down.
Trademark.
Right.
Copyright.
Yep. There it is.
And last up is our month of June giveaway for our newsletter, and that is the THOR Infinity War 6th scale figure from Hot Toys. And we'll pretend I didn't just knock his little axe off because I have him here today. Hello.
There he is in person. We usually don't get to see the giveaway stuff in hand. Look at that.
Right?
Yeah.
And
Sure.
I said yesterday, he is my favorite non-Iron Man 6th scale that I have so far, just because when you put him under black light, he is so cool. He's just, the eyes glow. He's awesome.
And those lightning effects are so cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't put those on. I
He's-
don't have room for those right now, but it does the same thing because I played with the black light in the box, and yeah. And he is at side.show/newsworthy.
Boom.
Boom.
Gone.
Love it.
All right. And that's what's going on today around our various areas. We're everywhere. Ubiquitous, some would say. And now we'll go to Stefan, who will bring us Now at Sideshow.
Good morning, everyone. Couple of great things to share with you today. First up, we do have the Catwoman movie collectible vinyl by Cryptozoic Entertainment. I love this piece. It's so much fun. Look at that. Missy on point, adding that extra layer of excitement. So Sideshow and Cryptozoic Entertainment are proud to present the Catwoman vinyl, movie vinyl. The version of Catwoman and Batman Returns has captivated audiences for over 25 years. Absolutely agree with that. This 7.5-inch vinyl figure captures all the personality and details, including her iconic whip that made the femme fatale so unforgettable. Designed by Pedro Astudillo and sculpted by Anders Ehrenborg. I think I got that one right. It comes packaged inside a display-worthy window box, and you can find that at side.show/Hear Me Roar. I love this piece. It's excellent. Also, short link game on point. Love it.
Also, Tenchi over in Facebook would like to know, Missy has half of the inventory of SS in her house.
Sometimes things that I like get to pop up here, and it makes me very happy. But if it's a
great.
Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman, it's going to be in my house. So
Deservedly so.
it's not
Missy, is
all
that
about the
base-
Iron Man all the time.
Is it all about the base? Let me see the base on that.
It is all about the base.
base?
It's
Oh,
all
it's
one
the
piece.
cat.
Yes.
Oh,
Shrek
make it
department
like.
store. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Cool
That is
touch.
pretty great.
It's like one of my favorite movies ever. That's not, Tony Stark related.
It doesn't have Robert Downey Jr. in it.
Yeah.
Right. Tony.
Mm.
Next up, we have a Spider-Man liner cut on Locked Paper by Peter Santamaria. Spidey sends above the city skyline. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man gets a liner cut art treatment courtesy of Peter Santamaria, whose signature woodblock style transformed Peter Parker's webbing into bold black ink lines and unique interplay of light and shadow. Crouched on a gargoyle overlooking New York City, the old webhead keeps watch over the city below, ready to swing down and stop crime at a moment's notice. In his shadow, an itsy-bitsy spider crawls down the wall of the brick building behind, keeping Spidey on his toes. I think this is awesome, and I think we talked about this last week, Rob, where when you get some of those black and white, you get so much detail out of them, even more so than you would with any type of colored print. So I really like this. It's a lot of fun, and you get so much from the musculature, the suit. It's really, really well done.
And Peter Santamaria's style is just so unique. Those woodblock prints, and to have that cool little detail like the spider crawling down the wall behind him. It's a really cool piece.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible the way he just like his whole process of carving everything and then making the print out of the carving. It's so intricate.
Yeah, great piece. I love all the stuff that we have by Peter Santa Maria.
Absolutely. And you can track that down at side.show/Peter by Peter. Also very clever. I like it. And next up, we have the Joker third scale statue by Iron Studios. This one is a lot of fun. There's so much going on there. Based on the concept art by Ivan Reis, Iron Studios presents the Joker prime scale statue. Standing over 30 inches tall, the Joker boasts impeccable detail and includes an additional interchangeable head as well as several hands. This statue features a hand-painted finish. You can find that at side.show/Chaos Agent.
A third scale with that sort of height, that thing is going to be, I'm sorry, how tall was it? 30
inches.
30 inches. That's tall.
That's huge.
His face looks so sinister too. I'm sorry. I'm like right in there trying to see it. It looks awesome.
Oh, and I love the pistol as well. I think it's a nice touch.
With the bang flag popping out of there. Very cool.
Yeah, that little blood red flag just catches your eye too.
It really does. And last but not least, we have the feature deal of the day. Amazing. So we have the 1/10 scale Hulk by Kotobukiya. This 1/10 scale statue was crafted down to the finest detail using digital sculpting, giving this expertly crafted collector's piece an exquisite appearance along lifelike detail. The craftsmanship on this piece continues from the sculpting to the painting. Unlike other pieces which follow a pattern of a simple base coat with shading, each artifact's premier statue is layered with several types of paint, giving the finished product an unprecedented sense of beauty and depth. It is $205. Take 10% off that with code Hulk Statue, in abbreviated, of course. It's abbreviated. HLK Statue. And is also free US shipping. So that's a little extra bonus for you. And you can check that out at side.show/angryboy. This is literally what I look like in the morning when my child wakes me up and I haven't had coffee yet.
I was going to say, when did you have time to pose for that sculpt? That's
You know what? They've had, how old is my kid now? 2.5? They've had 2.5 years of mornings to craft every detail.
Extensive library. Stefan Rage pictures.
That's very cool.
Yeah, that's great. I love that we even describe the paint process where it's not just, one simple application. It's actually layers, because you can see kind of like the subtle shading going on in there. Mm-hmm. On a 1/10 piece, that's great detailing.
Yeah, and it's so important on the Hulk, or else he just looks like a green mass, and there's nothing to him.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. All the muscles, the veins, really detailed. Very impressive.
Very cool. Rob. No problem. All right. And now is everyone ready for Joe to shine and take us through the collector community?
Joe's been shining from the start.
He has. The Hulk impressions were top notch.
Oh, thank you. They were actually Stefan impressions, but I appreciate it. So what do we have here from the collector community? So we have, Rob, you want to throw up the first one? Because I got a little preview of it, and it is awesome. This is the Flash PF from Instagram at Gotham City Demon _collections. This is the premium format Flash. He's got Captain Cold's gun. Is that right? In his hand?
Yep.
Awesome picture from them. I guess they sent this in through Instagram. Yep. And he is blasting his way down the street, it looks like. Yeah. This was the piece that people compared to like Usain Bolt, where he was in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
This thing is awesome.
The sculpt is so good.
Mm-hmm.
and to get, kind of frame that well and get some good lighting on there to really showcase, because this was a Daniel Bell, I believe, sculpt as well.
Yeah, I think so.
And he just nails anatomy, and this was like a study in musculature.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the awesome thing about this picture that I love the most, it's got a very, very shallow depth of field, which I'm not going to get technical about. Most of it is out of focus except for his face. So it gives you that impression that he's like really like in motion and running. You can see his back foot's out of focus a little bit, and his hands, it just looks like it's like caught mid-run. It's really cool.
Yeah. Love that piece.
Yeah.
The next one up, we have a Scout Trooper. This was uploaded directly to our website from Lance.
Thanks, Lance.
This is the Hot Toys Biker Scout Trooper, and I think in his pouch you can see a little bit of Grogu sticking out.
There's a little green head.
What I love about these is the base has that dynamic pole, so you can really get like the motion of the Scout Trooper as he's like flying through the air and banking left and right. You can pose it in that way, and then his head is tilted up to show he's actually piloting, and looks like he's on a motorcycle racing down the street.
Yeah, just that little subtle head movement, like you said, really kind of brings that more realism. Yeah, it's that touch of realism.
Yeah.
And I don't know about everyone else, but I was obsessed with those speeder bikes growing up. That was the thing that I wanted from Star Wars.
I love the noise that they make. It was such a specific like Doppler effect kind of whenever you hear it go through the forest. And then they carried that over to the Mandalorian too when they zip by.
I think the only sound I like better are those seismic charges from Slave One. That
That was a very good impression, Rob.
Thank you. I've been working on that one.
I was convinced. I was one of those kids where I was convinced that by the year 2000 we would have flying vehicles, and I was absolutely certain by the time I would get my driver's license that I'd be riding one of those. I was like,
this will be an option.
100%.
All right. And so this one, like I said, this one was uploaded directly to the website from Lance. And if you have products, photos of your collection that you want to send up, go to the website, go to the page where that collectible is. And if you scroll down, you'll see collector community. You can hit the upload button and you can send your picture right up there. You can also go to side.show/how-to-share to get instructions on how to do it on the website better than I could just tell you.
Like
or
Steve Waterhouse coming in with some of his favorite Star Wars sounds as well.
There you go.
Oh yeah,
TIE fighters spiraling out of
So at side.show-how-to-share, we'll also show you how to tag your photos if you want to put them on Instagram, how we can find them, what tags to use.
Yep.
So what else do we have? We have one more.
Mm-hmm.
This one, I don't know if Stefan's seen this, but this is Nightwing.
I love this. I'm so biased because I have such an affinity for Nightwing. It's beautiful.
Awesome. Yeah, this one is from Samantha Jones on Facebook.
Yeah, and I love it because I think that's the Kurubukaya Nightwing, but then that's the print we had not so long ago, and the way it's set right behind there.
Yeah,
it took me a while to figure out if it was even a real picture or something that she put behind it, but they have the print too in this picture.
It looks awesome.
That display is so cool.
That's one of the things I love. Like once you like find a piece that you love, something you've been waiting for, there's usually an art print that is similar to it or was developed along the same timeline, so they really go well together. And I mean, this is a perfect example.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I love the glowing effect in the eyes. It's amazing.
Yeah, very cool. And that's probably my favorite blue color too. That deep, rich blue. So for more details on how to have your pictures featured in our collector community, go to side.show/how-to-share.
All right.
Amazing.
Thank you, Joe. And now we're at about the halfway point, so we'll bring up the schedule and show everyone where we are. We just went through the collector community. So next up, we're going to have Missy take us through the pop culture headlines. Then we'll go and see what comes from the blog.
From the blog.
And then we'll wrap everything up with This Week in Comics. I know they work so hard.
When you say it.
I blame Alex.
So hard.
Like from the blog should be like happier, like Jenny from the blog or something like that. Peppy, like keep it peppy.
I'll change the graphic to be Jenny from the blog.
Yeah.
We'll start bringing those out. We'll turn this around for them.
Oh, goodness.
All right, so Missy, you're going to take us through the
Those
pop culture headlines.
All right, so we have.
Was that the theme song for that? Is that our new one?
Yeah.
Bum.
I like it. So, according to Deadline, Tom Spezialy will serve as executive producer on Sony's live-action Spider-Man spinoff, Silk. Spezialy is known for his work on Watchmen and will be joining crew members Lauren Moon, Phil Lord, Christopher Miller, and Amy Pascal. I loved the Watchmen series so much, and I'm hoping that the little blurb that it might not be done would be cool, but I'm super glad that somebody who worked on that is taking on another very cool and super interesting character.
Yeah, I'm curious. I don't know much about or if they've even announced if this is going to be a series or a movie.
It's a spinoff.
Yeah, it's a spinoff. Could be anything.
I do kind of like when the internet's like, here's this teeny tiny morsel. Yeah. Now take it and run with it, and we'll see.
Speculate away.
Yeah.
Begin.
But either way, I mean, she is such a fun character. So whatever they make using Silk, I'm very excited to see. And next up, we have showrunner Kate Herron announced that the post-production for Marvel's Loki has officially wrapped. She said, and this is the cutest little quote. I love it so much. And that's a wrap of Loki with our finale now gone to Disney Plus. I can't believe I finished this show. So she was sitting at her parents' kitchen table, the same table where I put my pitch together nearly 2 years ago. Like, you're sitting in your parents' kitchen and you were like, you know what? Let's do this thing. And then you've wrapped production on the thing that I think, well, what we said earlier, it has the highest ratings that a Marvel Disney Plus show has gotten so far.
Yeah,
yeah, it's pretty amazing.
I love that she's just sent it in too, because we're what 3 episodes in of a 6-episode series, and she's just, oh, by the way, I just emailed the final version that I finished while sitting at a kitchen table.
It's very, very cool. That's I believe. Well, some shows in the 80s used to send things in, like they'd call it wet, because they would finish it like the day before it was supposed to air.
That's crazy.
So
that's just crazy to me.
That reminds me of every school project that I've ever had.
Right?
Oh, absolutely. Mine would be like the morning of. Yeah. I'd be on the bus.
You know what? She might work really well under pressure. Because that was always our excuses in school. I think I work better under pressure.
I swear.
But for all of these headlines and so many more, 365 days a year, no matter if it's a weekend or Christmas or whatever.
Even holidays, you say.
Even holidays, I say. Andrew Seco does not take a break. And you can hear all of these headlines at side.show/ and I'm just going to say it the right way, PopODcast.
Yes.
The only way to say it. It's the only way to say it.
How you pronounce it.
No one here to stop us. It's PopODcast.
I mean, it's side.show/ PopODcast. If you want to mispronounce it, it's side.show/ pop pod. How do you say it?
Pop podcast. And that's just boring. PopODcast.
It's a mouthful.
I don't even know what those words mean.
PopODcast. The way to go.
All right. Thank you so much, Missy. Now it's time to head over to Stefan and bring us some Jenny from the blog.
Jenny from the blog. I like it. Yeah.
Just saying.
Dance moves.
Something to think about, Rob.
Later. I like it.
First blog we've got 10 Marvel characters that deserve their own solo movie by Melody McCune. So far, yes. I love it.
Yes, please.
He is number one. Let's just get that right.
List done.
So far, the majority of core Avengers have their own solo movies, save Hawkeye, Clint Barton. Wah, wah. But what about some supporting characters?
Fired.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous for him. I like Clint. He's a good guy. A murderer, but a good guy.
He's getting a TV show. He's fine.
He'll be all right. He's doing all right.
So, what about the fringe Marvel characters that cling to the outskirts of the Avengers' inner circle? To find out more, head on to side.show/ Where's Mephisto? Where?
Is it?
It's right there. It's right there.
I need a Darcy show or a Darcy movie. Just all the Darcy.
Oh yes, yes, please.
Yeah, I
That'd be
think
great.
I think the ultimate combo is a Darcy and a Jimmy Woo team up. X-Files throughout the Marvel universe is the only way to go. It needs to be done. Marvel, if you're here, listen to us. Please make that happen.
Make it happen.
That's a freebie. Take it. It's
Yeah.
a freebie. Run
Yep.
with it.
I don't even
No
need a
notes.
cut.
No notes.
Next up, we have the Suicide Squad trailer explained by the one and only Andrew Seco. Oh, I love this shot. It's so much fun. It's great. He is everywhere. Oh my God. This guy's like Mysterio, just pops up wherever he needs to, whenever he wants to. So DC Comics released a new trailer for James Gunn's Suicide Squad. It's finally revealed in his trailer that their specific mission is to destroy every trace of something known as Project Starfish. There's a hint and flashes of aquatic legs before you see them fling King Shark through buildings. For a breakdown of the latest trailer, head to side.show trailer-splaining.
Well
I
done.
love it.
Well done.
Thank you. I was I had to build up and make sure that I said it properly. I'm excited about this movie, though. I'm actually really, really excited about it.
Yeah, I actually haven't watched this second trailer because I'm already sold.
Yeah, same.
You
I
don't
kind of
have
want
to
more
tell me.
surprises.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm there. You don't need to sell me. I'm there.
You can just keep flashing the release date up for me, and that's that's fine. Just remind me when I have to go and see it.
Right. Sometimes I don't want to ruin things for myself. Like when that new Matrix trailer comes out, I'm not watching it because I want to go in there with a clean slate with no spoiler. I was just like, surprise me. Let me just bask in the moment. That's it. It exists. I'm in. Done.
Agreed.
Excellent.
All right.
And so to read more of these stories, you can head on to sideshow.com/blog. The blog. Jenny from the blog.
However you'd like to. And just the important thing is that you show up and you get some information.
Exactly.
However you get there.
And end it
Much
with a
better
dance
information than we're giving right now.
This is going well. Dance party. We're gonna practice our dance routines. I think.
I'm sorry. I'm overhauling from the blog from this point on.
We're turning this thing around. No more ominous blog segment.
No. Dance moves, EDM, whatever you need.
Songs, dancing.
Yeah.
All right. So now we'll head over to Joe for the big highlight of the day.
Oh.
Yes.
This week in comics.
This week in comics is going to be quite the thing.
Yeah.
because I'm reading Rob's notes, and I don't know if you guys know this, but his handwriting is atrocious. But
It's kind of messy.
I'll try and make it through. So this week in comics, Vault Comics announced the first event for the Vampire the Masquerade series. Ooh, CBR got exclusive details of the upcoming event, which will begin in September. World of Darkness, Crimson Thaw tells the story of the ruler of the Twin City vampire clans when some of the vampires under her rule trespass on sacred werewolf grounds. Whoa.
Big mistake. Big mistake. Big mistake.
You can tell I did not prep and read that because I am in. Anytime there's vampires and werewolves, I'm there. The head of the werewolves is determined to exact their revenge in the upcoming series. Oh my God, yes.
Joe is so
Rob.
happy.
Yeah.
Why didn't
Rob,
you tell
can
me
remind
sooner?
Yeah,
I know. Can you remind me when September comes that I need this?
absolutely. And one of the cool things,
Thank
I don't know, are you familiar with the Vampire the Masquerade series? Or
Not at all. But I'm
So-
familiar with vampires.
yeah, there's this whole tabletop game based around this universe, Vampire the Masquerade, and there's different factions you can play as that have different abilities and powers. And now this is introducing werewolves into that story as well, because there is another tabletop game that just deals with the werewolves, and they're going to include game material in these comics so that you can bring that onto your tabletops if you are involved in those communities.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love a good vampire story and a good werewolf story. So this is like you got your chocolate in my peanut butter, and like I'm there for all of it. All right, up next in This Week in Comics, there's an audio documentary about Comic-Con that's premiering. Matthew Klickstein's 6-part audio documentary explores the San Diego Comic-Con. He'll have interviews from some of the original Comic-Con founders like Neil Gaiman, Kevin Smith, Russo brothers. The series is going to cover from the very, very beginnings of Comic-Con and all of its cultural influences since. The first episode of Comic-Con Begins, the origin stories of San Diego Comic-Con, and the rise of modern fandom. Oh, that's a long name.
It's a big name.
Okay, let me start that over because it's a huge name. The first episode of Comic-Con Begins, the origin stories of the San Diego Comic-Con and the rise of modern fandom, is currently available on SiriusXM, Stitcher, and wherever you find your podcasts. That sounds really cool.
It really does.
Yeah, I actually listened to the first episode while I was getting things ready today, and it's very interesting because the first episode is even before there's a San Diego Comic-Con. They actually cover before there's really any Comic-Cons, and it was, literally just people getting together to discuss science fiction, horror. I mean, there was comic books involved, but it was more, because they mentioned a few times that people say that, Comic-Con isn't about comics anymore. And the creators of Comic-Con keep reminding people it was never just about comic books.
It never was, right?
It was never just about, it was always about the movies that they were into, the comics they were into, all of the pop culture essentially that they were taking in. So it's a great little kind of like peek behind the curtain of how Comic-Con got started.
I have a love-hate with Comic-Con, more love, because my first one I ended up leaving with a Narsil prop replica, autographs from Billy D. Williams and from Lou Ferrigno, a whole bunch of toys, and a really, really suffering bank account. Like I was time of my life. The aftermath was a lot of sadness and a lot of work.
They should actually call you for some of these podcasts. to be a good attendee.
Right, so, hey, Steph, tell me about your experiences. Where to begin? Should I print out bank statements as well?
Let's start with my bank account.
You can always tell when a Comic-Con has happened, but here.
Wow. So I'll definitely be listening to that. I love the like oral histories and stories like that of the things that I'm into.
Yeah. Yeah. Very good.
In other comic book news, I got this today.
Amazing.
Nice.
It's not news for everyone. It's news for me.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I've been waiting for that one for a long time. No.
Oh, that's
so awesome.
Comic book news. Boom.
Little Purple Rain homage there. That's awesome.
Joe, there is one question for you though.
For me,
people want to know what the Rancor story is today.
He's got 3 barrels on him. He can't go down. He can't. Not with 3. He can't. I'm in a whole Shark Week, even though it's not Shark Week yet.
It's always Shark Week in
It
our
is
hearts.
always- That's right.
It's sometime soonish, isn't it?
It's got to be coming up soon.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling
Summer has shark. Isn't there like 2 a year now? I don't think it's just once anymore.
it. I think there might be 2 a year. And
Wow.
I think William Shatner is involved in it this year. How about that for pop
What?
culture news? I think that William Shatner is hosting either a show or part of Shark Week this week.
We
But
have
don't take my word for it. That's unofficial.
late breaking speculative news.
That would be
Pop culture
amazing.
Stardate somewhere with barrels in the ocean.
Getting yeah, he might be. He might. Official word. He may. We don't.
He
know.
may
We don't
be
know.
involved in some capacity.
We don't know.
It would take it to the next level if Avery Brooks decided to sign on.
All right. Shatner quote. No, a Jaws quote in Shatner's voice. Go. No, I won't do that.
Ooh.
We're going to need
Yeah, that
a bigger boat.
Perfect. I'm not going to try and top that one.
Why
Yeah,
not?
that's
Why
good.
not?
That's it.
It'd be
That's it.
amazing.
All right. And I think that's just about everything we have for today. Thank you for joining us on this totally on the rails episode of New at Sideshow Live. Coming in, yes, very structured and rail oriented. Don't forget to tune in later tonight for the Comics Hall with Amy and Paul at 4 p.m. Pacific time on our Facebook channels, our YouTube, and Let Your Geek Sideshow Facebook group. And everyone else, have a great day. And don't forget to let your geek side